The Kremlin said on May 13th that it would disclose who will represent Russia in proposed peace talks with Ukraine in Turkey only when President Vladimir Putin deems it appropriate, casting further uncertainty over a high-stakes diplomatic effort to end the war. Putin surprised observers over the weekend by suggesting direct negotiations with Ukraine. The offer came shortly after the US President Donald J. Trump publicly urged Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to accept a deal. In response, Zelensky said he was ready to attend the meeting in Turkey, but insisted that Putin should do the same.
What does Kremlin think about Zelensky's strange statement that he will be waiting for our president in Istanbul, given he, Zelensky, has forbidden himself to negotiate with Russia? I can remind you that here we have to proceed from the statement by the president, Putin, made at night following Victory Day's celebrations.
The ambiguity from Moscow follows a weekend of frenzied diplomatic activity. On Sunday, Zelensky proposed a 30-day ceasefire to begin Monday, an idea backed by several European leaders. Putin's counter was to instead initiate direct talks, though without confirming whether he would attend in person. The last meeting between the two leaders was in December 2019, and both men have publicly expressed contempt for each other in the years since.
At the same time, we conveyed to those of our colleagues in the West who, in my opinion, seem to me to be sincerely looking for ways to resolve the conflict. We conveyed to them our position on this issue, on ending the truce on Victory Day, that in the future we do not exclude the possibility of extending the terms of this truce. But of course, after analyzing what would happen in these few days, based on the results of how the Kyiv regime would react to our proposal. And what do we see? What are these results? The Kyiv authorities, as you can see yourselves, have not responded at all to our proposal for a ceasefire.
In his nightly address on May 12th, Zelensky noted that Russian shelling and assaults continue, and that Moscow had so far offered a very strange silence in response to the ceasefire proposal.
Ukraine has always supported diplomacy. I am ready to be in Turkey. Unfortunately, the world still hasn't received a clear response from Russia regarding numerous proposals for a ceasefire. Russian shelling and assaults continue. Moscow has remained silent all day regarding the proposal for a direct meeting. A very strange silence. Still, Russia will have to end this war, and it would be better to do so sooner. There is no point in continuing the killings. President Erdogan expressed full readiness to host the meeting. It is important that President Trump fully supports the meeting, and we would like him to find the opportunity to be in Turkey.
Zelensky is expected to travel to Turkey on May 15th for the meeting, even as uncertainty lingers over Russia's participation. He also revealed that he had spoken with Pope Leo XIV, who was recently elected as part of the broader international push for peace. Trump, who is widely seen as exerting increasing influence on the negotiations from the sidelines, is reportedly urging both parties to pursue a deal, though it remains unclear if he himself will travel to Turkey.